Hi foodies, it's Shana. Today I'm teaching you a very simple and quick way to make great tasting garlic mayo using a small grinder jar or a small blender jar. Now in Asia this is often called a Mixi-Jar for some reason. It's known as a Mixi-Jar in India and across Asia. So if you have one of these you can use it, but if you don't you can use a hand blender or you can use a small food processor. They all work the same. You can also use a small size blender for this recipe. It makes absolutely great tasting garlic mayo, great to dip your fries in, and great with fried chicken, and great in all sorts of wraps and sandwiches. So let's start. So we're starting off with a really dry mixie jar here, no water in there to begin with. And to this we're going to add the white of 1 egg. I have my egg at room temperature. So once we've added the egg white, make sure there's no yolk in there. We can add 2 very large cloves of garlic. That's all you need. You don't want to add more because it can cause tongue burn. To this we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, as well as a couple of dashes of pepper. You can just add a big pinch of black pepper, that will do. Now we're going to start adding our oil. I'm using sunflower oil here. It always gives me the best results. So I have 3/4 of a cup of oil here, and we're going to start off with just a 1/4 cup or even less than that. Now you want to close the mixer jar and you want to run on a medium speed. Now you can see as the color starts changing and it starts to go milky and starts to go white. That's the emulsification process going on there. And when you open it up you can see that it's turned white, but it's still quite liquidy. At this point we're going to add another 1/4 cup of oil. We're also going to add 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar. That's distilled white vinegar. Now you can use 3/4 to 1 cup of oil for this recipe depending on how much sauce you want. So if you're adding 3/4 of a cup of oil, just add 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar. And if you're adding 1 cup of oil, add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And with regards to your speed setting, if your blender has a 1, 2, 3 setting, use this 2 speed. You don't want 1 or 3, not too slow and not too fast. If it's too slow, the emulsification doesn't work properly, and if it's too fast, you tend to get an oily finish to your garlic mayo. So this is the texture after the second addition of just less than 1/4 cup of oil. It started to get creamier, and this is our third addition of 1/4 cup of oil. You can add a little less than 1/4 cup, it doesn't matter. You just have to close and open your mixie jar a couple more times. After the third addition you can see how it's become very thick at this stage. Now I've added my final addition of oil. And as you can see, the garlic mayo is a good texture, but you might notice a light oily residue just on the top there. So there is a quick fix for this. We're just going to add like a tablespoon of cold water and then stir with a spatula once, and you're going to beat this just one more time very briefly, and you can see the texture is just right now. So you have a wonderful garlic mayo there. It's really great with fried chicken or fries or in wraps and sandwiches. If you put this in the refrigerator for a while, it tends to thicken up even further, and it's just perfect after that. So I hope you try the recipe. For all you mayo lovers out there and all you garlic lovers out there, do let me know once you've made it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I have so many recipes coming, and thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.